guys, welcome to Film Learnin, the show dedicated to learning you some filmmaking and learning you good. We've got another lunch break episode today. I didn't even have time to shoot on the set again, and I'm going to be out of action for the next couple of days. But I still want to give you an episode, so this request comes from Grayson Boren, who asks, "You should show us how to do the Falcon Punch from Super Smash Bros. Games!" I wasn't going to do it, but then he won me over with the whole games thing. Yeah, really effective, actually. In order to complete this effect, you need a couple of things. 1. A shot of your actor performing the punch on a green screen. 2. A silhouette of a falcon. And 3. A copy of Video Copilot's Action Essentials 2, as we're using 2 fire assets and a smoke asset from the collection. You can pick up the 720p version and scale them up if you don't want to fork over the extra cash for the 2K version. Hey, that's what I did. Or have a search online, you can get them relatively cheap if you look around. That said, if you can find some free fire assets that work too, use them. Now, let's get to work. Since we all know how to key footage, I've already taken care of that so we can move forward with the good stuff. If you don't know how to key a green screen, stop now and click on here. First we'll be animating a motion punch. Hit P on the keyboard and let's scrub forward it until we begin to lunge forward into our punching action. Hit the stopwatch and then we'll move forward 4 frames and reposition our actor on the other side of the screen. From there, we'll turn on motion blur for the layer and the footage. Let's check out a RAM preview. Not bad. Okay, our punch is done. Now let's set it on fire. Grab your torch asset, hold shift, and then we'll head to the point where you first save Falcon. Drop it in and change the transfer mode to screen. Scale it down to fit on your hand, hit P and hit the stopwatch on position. We'll also turn off motion blur so we can see what we're doing. Once that's done, head up to Effect, Distort and add a mesh warp. Hit the stopwatch on mesh offset and then we'll grab at the grid points, moving them to mold to our hand better. We'll then go frame by frame, moving the position first and then the mesh to suit our hand movements. A good tip is to warp the top of the flame as real fire would move, almost like a tail following the movement of your hand. Once you're done with that, and it will take a little bit of time, turn on motion blur back for the layer and then check out a preview. Getting better. Now I know the hand on fire isn't a traditional Falcon punch, but it looks cool so I'm kind of winging it. Get it? Because Falcon's a bird? Yeah, let's just make the damn firebird. Grab your Falcon and drop him into a new comp. We'll then grab the big fire asset, whichever one you think works best. Drop it in and scale it up, like a lot. From there, change the transfer mode on your Falcon to Stencil Alpha and bam! We now have a fiery Falcon. Now that we've done said Falcon, let's head back to our final comp and drop him right on in, and change the transfer mode to Add. Drag the clip to the point where the punch occurs, and then use the position controls to put the Falcon into place. We'll then hit the stopwatch and then animate the position based on your hand movements. Once you get to the end of the punch, move the Falcon completely off frame. Now that animation is done, let's head back to the start of the punch. We'll then hit T to bring up opacity, hit the stopwatch and let's zero it out. From there, move forward a few frames and bring it up to 100%. Next, turn on motion blur for that layer and we're almost done. For our last step, we'll be adding another fire asset to really showcase the awesome power of the Falcon Punch. Let's head over to the project window and add our fireball asset and change the transfer mode to screen. Scale it up and position it between where your actor throws the punch and finishes the punch. Since the fire moves too slowly, it's time for a little warping of time. Right-click on your footage and click Enable Time Remapping, then head over to Presets and type in Time Warp. Crank the amount to a number that suits your footage. The idea is to sell the fire being generated by the punch, so be sure to make it sync up with your actions as best you can. Add in your background a little color correction and it should look something like this. Falcon Punch! So that's the Falcon Punch. Pretty easy to do, but the mesh warp does take a little patience. For the final shot, I used the exact same fire effect, the only difference being that I put a small smoke puff when I cut the fire footage. So as you can see, it's easy to take the principles of something and make something different. Well, that's my time already, guys. If you haven't already, give that subscribe button some love, and also, my short film for the Road Reel film competition still needs your votes, so be sure to click it out in the link below. Here's the Twitter, here's those comments, don't forget to like and share, and next week we have some sweet Godzilla breath action. So stay tuned and keep learning!